This is Matthew Gimmel here, and I'm here to review the Vniti Epee blade, FIE. First of all, it comes in, I guess, the miraging steel, to keep it from rusting and whatever. And then it has a black coat, which I rubbed off most of it. I'm going to polish it up later when I rewire. This weapon has a Prayer Belgium grip. I filed it short and kind of curved off some things, made it fit my hand and more comfortable to myself. I use an Ullman socket and clip and a leather pad just because I like it. It's more comfortable for me. This is an Ullman bell guard, and this is just a French tip with, I guess it has a BG barrel on it, but yeah. The blade itself, I really like it, and some people say it's very heavy. I don't think so. It's lighter than my STM was, and it keeps a really nice bend. Y'all can see this. Let's see if I can figure out how to get this on camera very well. I don't know. It's fairly straight at the moment, but that's within the requirement. But it bends down faintly like that. If y'all can see, I don't know, it's kind of hard with this camera, but I like it. It's really whippy, but it's within the first 6 to 8 inches, so it's not bad. Good point control. You can control your tip even though the bend, and it's still stiff in parts so that you can beat well and do slides and stuff. Occasionally I fence newer people, and they do not always have the best distance, so sometimes when they're attacking you or whatever, and they're trying to learn how to flesh, whatever you want to call it, and I don't know if they're not really fleshing, they're kind of just running as hard as they can into you, but sometimes you just kind of want to pick them off a little bit and just tap down and say, hey, even though you're trying to do this, you think you're evading me, you still have to worry about removing the blade out there instead of just running right into it. But sometimes if you have a cheaper weapon, like some of the club stuff, occasionally I'll use our club's STM blades, and they'll get some nasty like S-shaped bends in them when people ran into you like that, or you run into them like that. I don't know, I might have said ran back there, but I meant to say ram, but with an M. But this Vniti never happens like that, and you can hit somebody and have like a full-on arc, like just all the way over, and it'll go back completely where you initially bent it, which is good, except if you're trying to get a specific little curve in there, that's a little hard to do at first. But it's not too bad if you know where to grab it. The only thing I would say is a problem with this blade is that it is a pain to wire and rewire and whatever. At the very top, right in here, it's very narrow, so whenever you're trying to get your wire through, you have to start it off a little bit in the barrel before you can screw it in, and then you have to try to pull it through. Because if you just put it on the barrel and then try to push it through, it won't fit, so you have to get it in there a little bit first and then pull it down, which can make it bad because sometimes it'll get through the threading on the wire and make contact on the inner of the spring. Another thing when you're rewiring it is whenever you're holding the bend past, I guess, right here, let's see how far it is from the hilt. You see that? About that distance from your bell guard is where you're going to have to let it dry for a little bit so that you can go through, and then you'll have to inch it and press it down. Unless you have a cedar for like what Leon Paul's blades have, you have to press down the wire, otherwise it won't make contact at the bottom when you're trying to glue it, which is kind of a pain. But other than that, it glues in real nice. See if I can find this. This is kind of my first time to actually really do a video where I had to do close-ups and things, so it's a little hard. And I apologize for the quality. It's just my webcam isn't that great. But all in all, I've had this, I guess, for 3 months, I really like it. I don't really like fencing with Leon Pauls. I tried. That was what I was when I was getting a new blade. I was stuck between a Leon Paul and this Vniti, and luck had it. Vniti went on sale, so I went with that, and I'm really glad I did because I love it. It's amazing, fantastic blade, and no sign of rusting at all. Been rubbing my hand like that, and I've done that several occasions. Never had anything. It cleans up nice, and it's a little hard to cant, but I guess it's an FIE, so it's a little stiffer. But I did it, canted it how I like, and it's very straight, runs pretty head on. It tilts a little bit to the right, which you might like if you're right-handed. I'm left-handed, so it was a little annoying at first, but if I tilt it, I got it pretty much straight from messing around with it. And that's it. I figured I would do some reviews in fencing because I feel that fencing is underrepresented on the internet, and that was it. I'm gonna do a review on a Leon Paul jacket, an Absolute jacket, and an Absolute mask, an Absolute glove, an Ullman glove, and some